Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Standley with Standley and Crafted, and today I wanted to talk about another subject that comes up quite a bit, and that is eco-friendly packaging, shipping, and sustainable packaging. And if you are new to the channel, my name is Jeff Standley. I make videos all about how to make candles and how to create a business around candles. If you'd like to see any of the stuff that I do as far as candles, ebooks, or anything else like the videos, you can see those right here on the YouTube channel and also on my website at stanleyhandcrafted.com. Now this is a topic that comes up quite a bit and one that I've covered a little bit in the past, but I just recently started to get into it a little bit more to look at a few more options because I have so many people asking about this, and that is sustainable packaging and how do I eliminate the footprint that my business makes on the world. Now, of course, there are a ton of different options, and I wanted to highlight some of those in this video today. And basically, if you don't know what sustainable packaging is, or eco-friendly packaging, or just kind of reducing your footprint on the world, it's basically any product that you send out, any packaging that you use, packing peanuts to tape to anything like that. People want to find something that's biodegradable and something that's not going to stick around for a long time, like harsh plastics, chemicals, or anything like that that's going to leave a lasting footprint or an imprint. And of course, people want to reduce that, especially when you get to the point where you're shipping a lot of candles, you're using a lot of packing peanuts, a lot of paper, a lot of boxes. You can really develop a lot of waste around your packaging. And I know for me personally, I have a bunch of products that I order around the house, and I had like a meal delivery service that I was using for about a month, and it's all biodegradable, but the boxes and the shipping and the ice packs and everything that came in these things was so big, it definitely made me rethink how I do my process and my business. And that's kind of what I wanted to highlight in this video today is, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, and since I've had so many people ask this question, is just to show people that there are ways to reduce your footprint and kind of reduce some of your waste so you don't feel bad sending out hundreds of candles. If everybody gets to that point, you won't feel bad about those boxes just kind of like piling up, plastic packaging or anything like that, just kind of accumulating and standing and for years at a time in a landfill. Which brings me to the first one, and that is just using cardboard boxes. Now, of course, cardboard boxes, you can recycle them everywhere. You can usually recycle for free. You just have to look up your local recycler, and they usually take newspapers, bottles, plastics, anything like that. They will recycle for free, but cardboard boxes are a great way to go as opposed to like traditional plastic packaging or anything like that. Cardboard boxes, you can pick them up relatively cheap. I get a lot of stuff at Amazon. If you're using the post office, you can get a lot of the flat rate boxes for free. They'll just ship them right to your house. And then of course, places like Walmart, you can get a lot of cardboard boxes for really cheap. And then of course, getting inside the box, a lot of people in the last couple packaging videos that I did, you can see that I use packing peanuts to really keep the candles in there. And a lot of people were asking about getting away from the old school packing peanuts and going to more of a sustainable packing peanut. And the great thing about the ones that I use is, and I've mentioned this previously in a lot of videos, I get a lot of supplies from Candle Science, and everything that Candle Science ships, they use compostable or eco-friendly packing peanuts. So these are packing peanuts that they dissolve in water, they leave no toxins or anything like that. And I keep every single one of those. Every time I order from Candle Science or any other candle supplier, I keep all of the packaging and I reuse that stuff. And you can look on Candle Science's website, they talk about eco-friendly shipping and they talk about eco-friendly packaging. So it's definitely a bonus to have that stuff come in. And like I said, I keep absolutely all of it, and then I just repackage that stuff. So definitely sticking to eco-friendly packaging peanuts is a great way to go. The next one on the list is gonna be crinkle paper, which you can pick up at Paper Mart, you can pick it up at Uline, and it's basically just shreds of paper that will kind of take the place of the packing peanuts, and you can really pack that around the candles. It's probably gonna take a little bit more. I know it runs a little bit more expensive as opposed to packing peanuts or like the real thick paper, but it is a great way to go. It definitely looks really nice in certain packaging, and it's one of those things that I used a long time ago when I would send out sugar scrubs and soap bars and stuff like that. I would package it on the inside of the package so it looked real nice, and you can get it in a variety of colors. Another good option from Uline is going to be undyed aspen, and this is, they call it fine excelsior, and I'll go ahead and put a link and a picture right here so that you can see it. And it's basically just shreds of wood. It looks just like the crinkle paper, except it's real thin strips of wood. And of course, being biodegradable, especially if you're going to an area right now where it's really cold outside, you can just throw that in the fire and burn it in a wood fire. But that's another great way to go. It's real easy to manage. It comes in big giant boxes, just like packing peanuts or anything like that. and it packages really well. And if you do want to get away from cardboard boxes, noissue.co is a website that I use for my tissue paper that I wrap my candles with, another great sustainable packaging option. They do offer compostable mailers, and these things come in a variety of sizes. So if you're shipping out melts or even candles, if you package them really well, you can put them in compostable mailers. You can get them in a bunch of different colors, and you package them up, and when you're done, you throw them in a backyard compost, and they're decomposed after 6 months. Another option I found when I was searching Google for a bunch of different stuff like this is S-Packaging, and they offer a bunch of cardboard packaging like clamshells, different types of molds that you can get. So if you're shipping soaps, they had something on there for ski wax, which would be really good if you're packaging clamshells or melts or anything like that. If you're using a harder paraffin, it's going to fit perfect. And again, I'll go ahead and put a picture right here so that you can see what that would look like. But another really good option, especially if you want to get away from the plastic clamshells. Now, I would say if you're going to use some of the softer waxes in this one, like if you're doing clamshells or you're doing melts with 464, 6006 mix, something that's a little bit softer, you might want to wrap that in something before you put it in the cardboard clamshell, just because it might absorb some of the moisture that's going to be in the clamshell or the wax melt. But again, you can find some great options to wrap that stuff with and then put it inside the clamshell and you're good to go. And of course, when it comes down to the candles itself, a lot of people will reuse containers. This is the Tiffany Blue Evermore from 1617.com. These are great. A lot of people try to make their candles in a vessel that you can turn around and reuse again. So a lot of great options out there if you want to reuse your candle containers. And then of course, when it comes down to labeling, there are, again, a lot of good options out there. A lot of the Avery labels are just craft paper. And of course, you can go through a website like No Issue. Again, they do offer some eco-friendly stickers and labels that you could absolutely use on your packaging or your candles. Another good way to get away from labeling or tape or any harsh materials like that is going and just getting a regular rubber stamp. I used a rubber stamp for years when I was doing the labeling for some of the soap that I used. I made a soap called Blue Magic, and I would wrap it in paper and then I would stamp the top of it. You can get stamps relatively cheap, anywhere from $10, $20 on up to $40 and $50 depending on the size that you're going to get. But they're a great way to add your logo, your branding, or anything like that to the outside of cardboard boxes, to labels themselves. And you can actually use those on Avery labels themselves. So you would basically, instead of having something made or printed, you would basically just take that rubber stamp, stamp the Avery label, and then just put it right on your candle. Now, of course, there are a bunch of different options for sustainable packaging, eco-friendly, everything out there. These are just a few of the examples that I came across with some of the products that I use and some of the stuff that I thought about getting. But again, if I've left anything off this list, if there's something that you use that I didn't mention in the video, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'm always trying to update these videos, and I know there's going to be a lot of questions on the sustainable packaging video. So this one will definitely be a part 2 where we go through. I think I'm going to try to order some of these products, get some of them in so that we can see what they look like, how they hold up, and how they degrade with water or over time. But that's pretty much it with this one. If you want to follow me on any of the social media platforms, I've got everything listed down below in the video description. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, my website, the phone number if you want to sign up for any of the text alerts for new products coming out. Every time I see a candle supplier make an announcement for new wax, new jars, or anything like that, I always let everybody know in the text alert that these products are available so that you guys can get on them first. So if you want to sign up for anything like that, the number is 253-303-7968. And of course, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you for watching.